What's good, y'all? My name is Marc. I'm a financial wellness board member with National Debt Relief. I have over a decade of experience working in the financial services world, and it's my goal to make very complex concepts that you hear every single day. I want to make them easy so you can transform your financial life. Why would I want to do that? Well, even though I was doing all right by myself as a licensed financial advisor and stockbroker years ago, I found myself in a significant amount of debt. At my lowest point, or even my highest point, I was at about $80,000 in debt. So I know firsthand how stressful it can be being in debt. However, at one point I said enough is enough and I wanted to turn my financial life around. Now I'm proud to say I'm 100% debt free and I'm on a mission to help people just like you change your financial life. This hobby has become my profession, and right now you probably will see me in different features like Time Magazine, CNBC, or even Forbes Magazine. I've even been featured for multiple financial educational awards, and now I'm here to teach you how to be better with your money. Today, I want to go more in depth with my own personal journey, how I went from navigating the foster care system to paying off over $80,000 in debt and ultimately becoming a financial educator. Trust me when I tell you, it's been a journey of a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but it also is proof that with determination, resilience, and a basic knowledge of financial literacy, you can completely transform your life. If you clicked on this video, you may be in a similar situation to mine maybe a few years ago, and that is why I want to tell you my personal story to show you that anything is possible with a little determination and resilience, and show you that you can get out of debt too, because if I could do it, I'm confident that you could do it as well. Let's start from the beginning. I was born into some pretty tough circumstances. My biological parents both struggled with drug addiction, and I entered the foster care system right after I was born. For the first 13 years of my life, I bounced between foster homes in Pennsylvania. Despite everything, I knew even as a kid that I wanted something different for my life. I wanted a future where I wasn't just surviving, but thriving. I just didn't know how to get there yet. Then when I was 13, everything changed. I stopped bouncing around from foster home to foster home, and I was adopted by a very loving family. While we didn't have much, it gave me something that I consider to be priceless: a very strong work ethic and a little bit of a financial foundation. They taught me the value of saving your money, trying to budget, and working hard for what you wanted. And trust me, I took those lessons to heart. By the time I was a teenager, I had my first side hustles, from washing cars to shoveling snow to mowing lawns, even cutting hair. I was even cutting my own hair, and at this point, I don't really have too much, so I clearly stopped doing that. I was that kid who always had something going on. At a certain point, my adopted parents even used to joke and say that I had more in savings than they did. And now that I understand finance more, it's a little bit of a scary thought to think that I had more money saved than them, but that happens, I guess. But truly, that was the start of my entrepreneurial spirit. When it came time for college, I knew I had to figure it out on my own. There were no handouts waiting for me, so I had to hustle by cutting hair, selling my own blood plasma, which I don't recommend unless you talk to a doctor, doing whatever I could to make ends meet. Then, when I was in college still, came the 2008 financial crisis. I was lucky enough to be in a college bubble at the time, so I wasn't too impacted by the downturn. But watching the markets crumble during that time really sparked something in me. I wanted to understand what was actually happening, why it was happening, and how I could build a financial future where I wouldn't feel powerless. That curiosity ultimately transformed into a passion for personal finance. During college, I started to teach my fellow students personal finance to help support them through grants, scholarships, side hustles, negotiation, all the different skills that you really need to learn if you're trying to put yourself through school. And that feeling when you help someone else reach their goals was and still is indescribable for me. That showed me that I wanted to help others for the rest of my life. And although helping others really felt great and I was doing all right for myself back then, my world turned upside down in 2009. My adopted dad, my best friend, he passed away right before my eyes. Me and the rest of my family, we were completely devastated, both emotionally and financially. And I mean this when I tell you that he was our rock. He was the main breadwinner in the family. He was the glue that kept the family together. And that truly lit a fire underneath me, saying that I wanted to live as comfortably as possible, and that became my life mission. And then on my journey, I wanted to help others do the same thing through finance. This motivation helped me to land jobs at some of the big name companies after college. And eventually I started working for the second largest mutual fund company in the world. I quickly became became a licensed stockbroker, and after a few years became a licensed financial advisor at a Wall Street fintech firm. And yes, on paper, I was living a dream, but in reality, I was drowning in debt. During college and the years following college, I racked up almost $80,000 in loans, credit card balances, and other bills like car notes and student loans. And even though I was helping clients manage their money at the companies that I was working at, I was back at home living paycheck to paycheck, and it was truly humbling to say the least. And then one day I had an epiphany. I needed to apply the same financial principles that I was teaching everyone at my corporate job in order to take control of my own life. It wasn't just about knowing better, it was about doing better for myself. That's when I got serious. I sat down, I wrote down every single last expense, variable expenses and bills, and built a budget from scratch. I cut back where I could, I picked up different side hustles, and I focused on building better financial habits. And trust me, it wasn't easy in the beginning, I'll be honest with you. But every dollar I saved and every payment I made brought me closer to financial freedom. Within 3 years, I paid off $80,000 of debt. The day I made that final debt payment was one of the best moments of my life. I didn't just feel financially free, I felt unstoppable. That experience alone inspired me to create BetterWallet. I want to take everything that I've learned from growing up in foster care to paying off my debt and share it with others, especially those from marginalized communities who might not have access to financial education. At BetterWallet, we talk about the stuff that you didn't learn in school, how to invest, how to budget, and how to build wealth as a first generational earner. Today, the BetterWallet community has grown to over 300,000 people, and it's one of the things I'm most proud of. Now, I've been lucky to share my story in places like Time Magazine, CNBC, as well as Forbes. But what means the most to me is hearing from people in the BetterWallet community, hearing how they use my lessons to pay off debt, invest for the future, and also build true generational wealth. And I'm not doing this alone. I partner with some of the biggest names in the financial help industry, like National Debt Relief, to expand the reach of these lessons and provide even more resources to people who truly need them. Together, we're helping people tackle debt, understand their finances, and take charge of their financial life. How are we doing this? By putting out financial educational resources in the form of blog articles and topics such as how to invest, how to budget, and how to make the most of your tax returns. And videos too, just like this one. So be sure to check out all the other videos on this channel. And National Debt Relief is here to help you tackle your debts too by providing different forms of debt relief. Honestly, being able to share this information with the world and helping others is truly what makes me tick. And helping others reach their financial goals still gives me that indescribable feeling that I had back when I was 17, 18 years old. I truly mean it when I say if I could do it, you can too. It doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you're going. With the right guidance, tools, and mindset, you can create a financial future that you're proud of. And I'm 100% confident in that. So that's my story, from foster care to financial stability. I'm living proof that your past does not define your future. And it's my hope that I inspire you to take control of your finances too. And if you feel like you're ready to take control of your finances, I want you to start today. The best investment that you'll ever make is an investment in yourself. Thanks for listening to my story, and I'll see you guys making money moves, building wealth, and creating the life you deserve to live. And if you're currently in debt and you can't seem to find a way out of debt, remember there are debt relief companies out there that can help you in your journey of becoming debt-free. Debt relief companies like National Debt Relief have in-house debt experts that are here to help you. If you have any questions, we're like a free, no obligation debt relief consultation call with them. Please visit their website at nationaldebtrelief.com. If you happen to have any questions regarding any other financial related topic, check out the other videos in the series on National Debt Relief YouTube channel. It's our goal to make very complex financial concepts that you hear every single day. We want to make them easy to transform your financial life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.